Sorry, guys. It's going to be a little bouncy and bumpy this morning. I am trying to find a safe place to pull over.
Where are you?
Just right outside of Sierra Vista. I'm on the way to the Sierra Vista office.
Oh, okay.
There are just literally from the interchange out of Huachuca City into the 90. All there are sides of the road. So I'm just literally waiting for a parking lot I can go into that's not a military drive-in. Because that might catch some unwanted attention. Good morning, Miss Robin. How are you today?
Good morning, Dan. I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, purple-tastic.
Excellent. We like Purple Tuesday.
Do you like Purple Shirt Tuesdays?
How many offers do you have?
None yet.
No? I'm surprised.
Me too. Not Robin. Nicole got 2 offers on her property yesterday.
Oh, excellent.
I thought that was an excellent thing too. So. Today we are going to focus on objection handling. So start your wheels a turning on that. Jeez, there are no parking lots at all. I even left the house early. Where is everybody? Afraid of Tuesday mornings or what?
They'll show up.
They always do. I call it the ish time frame, 8 o'clock ish. Well, William, tell us about yourself. Why'd you get into real estate?
Sorry, I had to unmute. So I was a researcher for a commercial real estate data company called Vista for about the last 3 years. I grew up working on my dad's rentals, sweating pipe, digging ditches, pulling linoleum off of floors. And so, ever since then, I've had kind of the itch to be in the game, as it were, to be in real estate. And so I got a job as a researcher, and I spent 3 years doing commercial real estate research for that data company, Vista. And then I worked for a commercial real estate brokerage for about 4 months just recently. But I started the week of the shutdown. So it was a pretty rough time to jump in. And while I was calling all these clients, and they were like, look, I don't even know if I'm going to be getting rent this month. I'm not interested in transacting right now. I had friends and family who were approaching me about their single family needs. And I kept watching all these opportunities go by in my personal life. And I was like, man, I'm in the wrong part of this industry right now.
It's good.
So I made a switch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the fun side of real estate. That is COVID state. Have no fear, guys. I found a Walmart parking lot. I am safe. People sit in Walmart parking lots all the time, so no one's going to question me.
That's true facts, actually.
That is true.
So
I'm guilty.
now I'm no longer breaking the law and being distracted as I drive. But, well, we are officially in position. Good morning, Hope. Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Nicole. How did the conversations on the rest of your listing go last night, Miss Nicole?
It went pretty good. We kind of just went over the offers that we got and talked about like how it's exciting and we should jump on some of them, but we're going to let it go out for a little longer and see what comes in this morning.
I like it. I like it. Good job. It's exciting stuff. The market is good, so we need to find more listings. Right now, there's a lot of people, just like William said in his commercial side of things, that they're not sure what's going to happen, so they're going to kind of just wait and see what happens. Why don't we make that our first objection to handle, right? Angela, I'm just going to wait and see what happens.
So what makes you say that?
No, I'm just unsure of the market.
What exactly are you unsure of about the market?
Well, is my house going to be worth more? I mean, you guys keep saying that there's not much inventory. Should I wait and put it up and then, sell it for more money later on?
Well, it's true. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know what's going to happen. All we know is what's going on right now. So right now you can get top dollar for your house. It's definitely a market for the seller right now, but also the buyers are getting really great interest rates. So now seems like a good time. Like, we have no idea what the future holds. So not sure if waiting is a good idea or not.
Okay.
It's too unknown, right?
Absolutely. Let's move on to the next one on that same conversation. Well, if I sell and there's not inventory, where am I going to move to? Who wants to handle that one?
Come on, I did the first one.
Yeah,
You
you
can
do
do
that
it,
one.
people. Come on, you can do it.
Well, Big Dan, that's actually great news because your buying power is so much stronger now with historic interest rates at a 60-year low. You'll be able to get a lot more home for your dollar. Let's go.
Okay. Well, what if there's no houses out there that I like?
You'll be surprised. If we can't find something, I've got some great new build ideas that may be up your alley.
Okay.
There's new listings on a daily basis too. So, I mean, there's always going to be opportunity. I will just stay on top of it every single day, looking at the new listings for you.
Right. Well, I don't want to sell my house until I have somewhere to move into, Larry. You're muted, my man. You guys can take yourself off mute unless you got a lot of background noise. So.
Well, Dan, listen, I understand what you're thinking, but now is the time to actually start looking as well. And the new builds that are out there are doing some deals and making amazing offers on extras, appliance packages, tile packages, upgrades in the homes that they're building. And they have a good number of homes that are what they call move-in ready. So in 30 days, those houses will be ready. Now, part of that, of course, is having to look a little bit more on the outskirts of town. But a bit of a drawback, but at the same time, brand new house for a new opportunity for you for the next however many years you think you're going to be settled there. So, that's an option. There are a few new houses still coming on the market on a daily basis. Some other sellers rather are finding that this is a time to sell because houses are selling at good prices. They're getting their full value. Buyers are getting into multiple offers on properties, so on and so forth. So again, some sellers are going to be putting new houses on the market in town. We've got some new builds. There's a couple of small new build communities closer in town here, or get out and see some of these new builds that are really offering some terrific opportunities.
Let me ask you, Dan. Let me ask
ahead.
you. Do you need to sell your house that you're in right now to move into the new one?
I don't know. Don't you have to usually?
No, not necessarily.
What do you mean?
Do you have to sell your house to get into a new house?
I don't know. I thought you did.
You could rent it. You could keep it and rent it if you wanted to. That's why I'm asking, do you want to rent it? And then you have enough to move forward and buy a new house. So that's why I ask.
So we missed a critical point here.
What about the contingency? Where is this you would buy the new house with the contingency of selling yours?
Yeah, we can do that too. That's the one thing. But we need to ask. Don't forget, you guys have teams, right? Even though you're an independent agent, you have a team. Who's on your team?
Everyone. Yeah, 400 other agents.
Plus, lending partner, right? Or Teresita asked, do I need to sell? Do I need to sell my house before I move? No, I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
Where can we go with that?
Okay, are you already working with a lender? If not, I can recommend you a few. or send you to my app and you can apply right there to see where are you at right now.
I'm not ready to apply. I don't want to run my credit.
Yeah, let me ask you, what's your main motivation of moving out of your current home?
I need something bigger.
Okay, so the current home that you're in right now, is it something that you could afford and keep as an investment property, or do you need to sell that home in order to finance the next home?
Yeah, no. I mean, I really haven't thought about that.
Okay, well, that's a conversation you can have with the lender to find out where your finances are. But I'll tell you this, I mean, the last thing I'm going to do is allow you to sell your home and not have a home to move into. So we have contingencies we can do with that. So your fear, what you're telling me is we sell your house and you're going to be left out on the street.
Right. I don't
Okay.
want to be homeless.
All right, so if we can make a contract work till we can go 45, maybe even 60 days if we have the right seller to allow us the time to find the perfect home for you, does that make you more comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay, because here's the problem, Dan. If we go out and find a home for you this weekend and you love it, absolutely love it, and you want to buy it, yet your home needs to be sold in order for you to buy, we put an offer in that says your home needs to be sold in order for you to buy this home, and it's not even on the market. Most sellers in this day and age with a low inventory won't really want to even consider your offer because you're not really in the game yet. You haven't set yourself up to purchase yet. The seller would have to take the home off the market with the risk of you never selling your house. Therefore, they could lose time and money. So the best idea for us to do is to find out what's the best value of your home, how quickly we can sell it, get you top dollar for it, get it on the market. As soon as we find someone to buy your home, we're already been looking and we will find you that perfect home and you will not be homeless. Does that sound like a good plan to you?
Yeah. I mean, that'll work out.
Okay.
Kinda.
Let's get together next week. What works best for you, Tuesday or Wednesday, to go over what your home is worth and how we can sell it?
Wednesday.
Perfect. See you then.
I like it. See, I
Nice
was
done, Randy.
So, all right, next situation.
I'm struggling looking at Randy because his head's floating around and I don't know what it is. It's
Those are
floating.
knives. Those are knives. Okay, next situation is, here's a good one I've come across a lot. I'm not ready to list yet. I need to talk to a couple more agents.
Dan, let me ask you, what is it, the two most important things when you hire someone to represent you in a situation like this?
Well, I'm just looking to find, who's going to get me the most for my house.
So is it money to you, or is it actually the communication and professional aspect on how someone treats, working with you, or is it just really bottom line dollar?
Man, it's really all about what I can get out of this house.
Okay. Well, then that's what I need to sit down with you so I can show you what my marketing plan is. It's proven to sell your home for the top dollar in the quickest time possible. So what's the best day to get together with you next week?
I'm just not ready to actually have an appointment. There's other agents that I'm talking to first.
Understandable. But when you're talking to those agents, at some point you're going to sit down and actually interview them to find out who's the best fit for you, correct?
Well, yeah, they're all going to they're going to email me all their information, and I'm just going to pick one from that. They're all just what they're going to sell my house for.
Are you, do you feel like you can judge someone and get a full feel about how somebody is through emails, or do you like to sit face to face and have eye contact with someone?
Mostly face to face.
That's what I like to do also, Dan, because that way you get a better feel. That way you can see if you actually want to work with me and if I want to work with you and if we actually are a good fit together. So again, no commitments, but what day next week would work best for us to sit down and talk about this?
And I'm not sure, Randy. I don't really know what my schedule looks like next week.
Okay. Well, how about I give you a call tomorrow and see if you've looked at your schedule and we can pick a day.
Okay.
Perfect. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye now. What's another way of handling somebody that does not have a certainty on their schedule? We've covered it before.
You can set up the appointment, and then if anything changes, he'll let you know, or you let him know.
But
Obviously.
how do you do that, Frank?
Like if you're saying like, well, I'm not sure what my schedule looks like, and you kind of like say, okay, well, what usually, when is a time or day where usually you and your wife are at home? Like, well, okay, well, normally, this time, how about we put it for Wednesday at 7:00? I'll put you down for that on my calendar. If anything changes, please call me and we'll pick another day.
Good. So it's when is you and your wife going to be around? Typically when you and your wife got some time in the evenings, let's set up for that. Oh, great. You're home around 7 o'clock. Would Wednesday or Thursday work better for you? Another line you can use that I love is that if you did have some time next week, would it be earlier in the week or later in the week, Randy?
Typically later in the week, things start to slow down a little bit for me.
Around?
My days usually end about 4.
Okay. So would Thursday at 4 work better or Friday at 4?
Probably Thursday.
Okay, perfect. Let's set it up for Thursday at 4 p.m. Do you mind if I send you over a meeting invite to your email? And if anything changes, just give me the courtesy to let me know that we'll shift that around. And on my end, I'll do the same, okay?
Perfect.
Tell me the email you want me to send that to.
Mr. Jiggyfly at Gmail.
Notice how I didn't say, can I have your email? Or what email you want me to send that to?
What is
I
it?
embedded a command. What was it?
What is your email?
Tell me.
Tell me the email you want me to send that to. So if you're not getting a commitment on appointment, like Frank brought up, and it was a great point, find out when a good time usually is. And then set a floating appointment for there that you can nail down. If an appointment's 72 hours out from where you're at, it's not a solid appointment. So if it's Monday and you set an appointment for Friday, it's not solid until you can reconfirm it on Wednesday or Thursday. Because people are going to forget. Trust me, I have meetings on my calendar every day that agents forget about. All right, next situation. Who's got something that they kind of struggled with that we want to script around? Not everyone at once, please. Wait your turn. You guys are just rock stars, no objections at all? Come on.
No.
There is no foolish questions. If you got something you want to work on, let's put it out there. Or I'm going to volunteer something else.
What if when somebody wants to list the house at certain price and it's not the value of the house? And I'm telling you because I'm seeing it. I have a buyer and I see the value of the houses out there. They're outrageous. The houses are not going to value. If you do a CM comparative market analysis, they're not going to value. And
I had a situation like that where a lady wanted to list the house for like $200,000, and it was like, I think it was value of it was like $40,000 less. And what I would ask was like, okay, I will list it for the price that you want, because she insisted for that price. But I did put it in the comments or notes, like saying that she agrees to, if we don't have an offer within 30 days, that she would, or I think it was, 30 days. If we don't get an offer, we'll lower the price to what I told her it was the value, the proper value was, and she agreed to that.
That's a good one. I have a listing that they don't want to lower the price because they looking at the other houses that there are up for sale. They're on a higher note. And then I have a buyer that went into a contract that the house didn't value, and they spent inspections, appraisal, and now the house is in value. And I see that it's recurrent. Like if
okay, how about this? Let's Teresita, you're the client at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one that doesn't want to lower the sales price on their house because the house is around you or that. Give me an agent who wants to script with it. Don't be shy, guys. Practice is where you make it.
Okay, Teresita, I understand that you want to list this house and you feel the value of the house is at $200,000. The market research I've done shows that that might be a bit of a stretch, but we can test the market and see what's happening with it. Two things. First, you have to be ready to understand that if the offers come in and then the appraisal value doesn't reach that number, that we're in a position of either you having to accept less or the buyer coming up with more money. And if we get into that situation, A, you have to consider that. And then B, it also gives the buyer the opportunity to just walk away. Your house has been off the market for several weeks, and then you have to go back and start the process all over again. So kind of a way around that. I have concern about the value, but we can test the market and see what happens. But here's going to be the plan. Because again, the market comparisons are showing that the house isn't quite valued at the number that you have in mind. But I know that you've been in this house a long time, you feel it's worth that, and I do understand that. So here's our plan. If in the first 10 days we have people that look at the house but we get no offers, we're going to have to then consider lowering the price. And you and I can talk about by how much at that time, or we can set that amount up here initially. But that plan has worked for me in the past. If we're a little high in the price, after 10 days, especially as hot as this market is at the $200,000 price point, we reduce the price by $2,500. Another 10 days later, the same thing, and we keep doing that until we meet the market and get an offer that's going to make sense, and with the possibility of the appraisal coming in at that number. Does that sound like something in a plan that you would be able to agree to?
Are you recommending to do an appraisal first? Because you know what, Larry? I don't want an investor to come into my house and buy it, lowball me, and then put it on the market for a higher. That would be a killer for me.
If that is another great option, and I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, it's an expense, but you will have a much better idea of what the current value of the house is in the marketplace, so that we are really more, much closer to the realistic number that we can list the house at and possibly get into a deal, right away. Because again, houses are going on the market, and the sales price, they're getting offers in the first day they're on the market.
How much does an appraisal cost?
We're going to be around, let's see, we have a 2,000 square foot house here, so we're probably going to be in the $400, $450 range. But it could be a good investment to know where you're at to get the house sold quicker and get into a deal that is going to be at a number that the appraisal will work, and you can get this deal closed in 30 days.
I need your appraisal guy. That's cheap.
What's that?
I need your appraisal guy. That's cheap.
What's cheap?
Appraisal is
Your
cheap.
appraisal, $400.
What are they running? The last
$700.
They've gone up. One thing I want to challenge on that was a lot of lectures, a lot of talking. Let's ask some questions to get the sellers to buy in, right? So how about this? Teresita, I understand you want to price your house at $220,000. What is it about that price that's important to you?
I want to make a profit. And
Absolutely.
I see the houses next to mine that there are advertised for that amount of money.
Okay. What was different about your house compared to the ones next door that were listed a little bit more?
Mine is nicer.
Okay. How so?
Well, you have to see it. It has a patio and landscape.
All right. Were you aware that the house next door is actually substantially larger than yours?
No.
Well, that does factor in on the price of your house compared to the ones around it, is the size of it and, the similar makeout. Now, we can challenge the market on it. Were you able to review my market analysis I sent you?
Sure. Yes, please send it.
What questions on that did you have for me?
So I have to check the size of the houses that you're sending me, the comparables that you said. What is it that I'm looking at?
So the houses I've sent you are actually the exact same build out in this neighborhood as the house that you're trying to sell. So we know that we're looking at the same house. There may be some minor changes with, some finishings like your upgrades in your granite kitchen, the backyard with the patio and the furnishings that you've got there, as well as the landscaping. So there are a couple of added avenues of more value there. So I could say we can challenge the market and price it above the market right now. What happens if we don't get an offer in the first few days?
No, you tell me.
What would you like to do?
I guess it's the sentimental value on top of everything. but I would like to sell it as soon as possible.
Okay. So what was important about selling your house in the first place?
My mom passed away, and we don't want to deal with the house anymore.
Understand. So you just want to kind of get out of that burden of the home ownership that's not yours. And there is a sentimental tie to it, and I completely understand that. And that value will never be matched by anyone other than you and your family. So the memories that you have made in that house will always stay with you. But now it sounds like we just need to get it sold and sold quickly. Now we can price the house where you're asking, because neither I nor you really set the price. It's the market. If you want to try to go above market and catch a few of those buyers that are willing to pay above market, then we can do so. What would happen if we don't get an offer in the few first days?
Well, then I understand that what you're saying, but I want to give it a try.
Okay. What do you want to do to help motivate some offers if we don't get something in the first couple of days?
What do you mean?
You know, what actions should we take on the house for us to, you know, hopefully get some more offers on it if we don't get anything in the first few days?
Well, just lower the price, I guess.
All right. Would you like to make it a big market adjustment or a minor market adjustment?
Let's see how it goes with the price, and then from there we can talk about it.
Okay. Well, I kind of want to have a game plan for us set up right now, because you want to sell the house as fast as possible, right?
Yes.
So it's important that we have a game plan in the event that we're not getting an offer in the first couple of days. I kind of want to line out the next couple of steps. One, so you don't have to, you know, burden yourself and your time to get this handled. And two, to make sure that we're positioning ourselves in the most aggressive manner so that we can capture the market in the moment and get you top net for your house.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you're the expert. You tell me. Back to you.
We work together on this, Teresita, so I want to make sure that you and I are a partnership on this and we make the plan together. So would you like to make it a major market adjustment up front to see if we can't capture some more interest?
Maybe that's a good idea. I mean, I don't have to say yes, right? To see what comes in.
Not right now. What we're doing is we're just hedging out a plan that's, you know, best case situation is to get you an offer right now. If that doesn't happen, I want to have a game plan set up, okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it.
But you can see how the difference, guys, in the conversation goes from me telling her what we're going to do into just pulling her along, a little bit of guiding and getting the buy-in.
Yeah.
You think the conversation is going to be easy? We're going to call them up and say, Teresita, it is 7 days. We've had 30 showings, no offers. It's time for that market adjustment. What am I not saying?
That the
Price,
is not
the amount.
Yeah.
I'm not saying price. Because what dictates the sales price?
The market.
The market. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Our whole lives we were beaten down not to ask questions. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. But we need to take focus of that, and we need to ask good questions so that when we're having conversations with our sellers or buyers, we are guiding them to making a decision that they buy into. You're going to have a so much better response from them in the long run if you can get them to agree to it up front. If you can bring them to say, well, we would change the price. Okay, would you like to make a minor market adjustment, which is $2,000 to $3,000, or a major market adjustment, which is $5,000 to $10,000? The term market adjustment's a whole lot easier to swallow for a consumer than price drop.
Market adjustment.
All right, guys, we got 1 more minute left. Anything before we sign off and get you guys into your scripting, your lead generation?
Good stuff.
I haven't accepted the contract.
Oh, I like that. Michelle put in the chat a phrase that she was taught early on was the market has rejected our list price. I like that. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it takes it away from us being the bad guy. It's not us, it's the market. It is what it is.
Yeah, we want to push that back on. I like saying when you're doing your CMAs, this is the Tucson market value, or if you're in Sierra Vista, the Sierra Vista market value. And it keeps you from choosing. You're not the one that said your house is garbage. It's only worth this much. It puts it on the market. The Tucson market value is the home market value, Arizona market value. Great, but I do like that a lot. the market has rejected our list price. Whew, I'm going to use that.
I like that too. That's really good.
Because I'm not going to lie,
Awesome.
I have a seller in this exact situation that wanted to list her house at $249,000. The market says it's worth about $225,000. And then on Monday, she sent me a text, listed at $299,000 because she thinks the market's hot. My
Oh my
response wasn't
gosh.
even that professional. It was no. And then I called her because I knew that was extremely rude because I'm all, no. And I called her up and I said, there is no way that we can justify the market price that high. And then she's like, well, I'm just trying to capitalize and make as much profit as possible. I was like, well, that's fantastic. We can wait for the market to come up to $299 and have the house on the market for 2 years. What's that going to cost you in monthly payments?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. Tomorrow, same place, same channel.
Thanks, Dan.
We're going to continue on with the awesomeness. Go make some phone calls. Go make some appointments. Go find yourself a piece of business.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks,
Have a
Dan.
good day.
Bye. Have a good